Shabbat Shalom to all my friends in SW3 and beyond. This week's Sidra Toledot has so many famous stories that we forget a narrative of 3 or 4 sentences, totally, we would think, irrelevant and unrelated to anything happening. It starts with Yitzchak and Rivka being married for a long time with no children. They pray to God. Eventually, God listens. Rivka becomes pregnant. She has 2 bodies in her tummy fighting. She asks what's going on, and God says one is good, one is bad, and then whatever, and then they get birth, and one is fully made and hairy, other one is smooth, and one likes to hunt, and one doesn't, and then there were the Jacob and Esau, and the birthright and the lentil soup, and then Isaac wants to bless Esau, and Jacob comes instead, and then he runs away, and we know all that. But in the middle of all this, there is an episode that Yitzchak, after staying in Gerar, another part of Canaan, because there was a famine where he was, eventually he's about to go back, and him and the king decide to do business together. And it says they dug up a well, but Yitzchak's men and Avimelech's men fought, so they filled it up again. They went to the next area, dug up a well, but again they fought, so they filled it up again. They went to the next area. They both dug a well, and this time the men were happy with each other, so they used it together, and they called it this name, and the story continues. What is going on here? A beautiful answer given by Rabbi Eli Sheller. He says, when an elephant is born, in order to stop it from running away, they put a tiny stick in the ground with a rope on one leg, so the elephant can walk around that stick. Even at that age, the elephant is 20,000 times heavier than the stick, but he won't move because he feels this rope and the stick. The older the elephant gets, they still tie this elephant on the stick, and the elephant won't go anywhere, because the elephant, the animal, will not change once they're used to something. Yitzchak is telling us a lesson. We try something, it doesn't work. There is fighting, there is arguments. No worries, move on, try something else. There is fighting, there are arguments. No worries, try something else. Eventually you'll get to somewhere where there are no arguments and everything is fine. That is our life. In our Jewish life, sometimes we think, well, we've tried, it just didn't work. We try again, and we try again. Those 3 or 4 sentences, completely superfluous, or so we would think, are actually so important. And the lesson maybe even be the biggest lesson of this week. Good Shabbos.